Department of Financial Studies. DFS, under the prestigious Delhi University, has been an institution for learning for students who aspire to enhance their managerial efficacy in the field of finance. Since its inception in 1987 into the world of education sector, the institution has been grooming financial professionals who are well equipped to serve the dynamic Indian finance industry. Its flagship program of MBA Finance, erstwhile Master of Finance and Control, is a niche course in finance designed and developed to cater to the ever changing needs of the corporate world. Today, on this auspicious occasion, it gives us immense pleasure to continue our everlasting ties with the alumni of the Institute. The meet will enable them to familiarize themselves with the developments at their alma mater and reminisce about their good old days. Those fun filled classes, canteen gossips, late night studies, hostel funds, the life mantras from professors, and countless other memories that stay in our minds forever. It would have been an honor for us to host you all in person, but given the current situation, we try to make the best of things. So, to make up for the lost opportunity, we came up with the idea of hosting this event online. I express my hearty gratitude to each one of you for taking out time from your busy schedules to be with us on this occasion. I hope that your sacrifice might not go in vain and the event gives you enough memories to be remembered forever. Now, we would like to present to you a short video that we made.
Requesting information on penny stocks that had huge upside potential with very little downside risk. Does that ring a bell? Okay, great. Well, reason for the call today, John, is something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 6 months. If you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share the idea with you. You got a minute? Name of the company, Aerotine International. It is a cutting-edge, high-tech firm out of the Midwest awaiting imminent patent approval on a next generation of radar detectors that have both huge military and civilian applications. Now, right now, John, the stock trades over the counter at 10 cents a share. And by the way, John, our analysts indicate it could go a heck of a lot higher than that. Your profit on a mere $6,000 investment would be upwards of $60,000.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Anuj Goyal, Secretary of Alumni Committee, I will be moderating the event today with the help of my batchmates. First of all, I would request you all to make sure that you are on mute to avoid any unwanted disturbance when you are not speaking. Also, every year we express our gratitude to our alumni who join us in our alumni meet by gifting a souvenir to them. But since this is not possible this year, so we will be having some lucky draws by the end. So please stay connected. Now, I would like to request Dr. Sanjay Sehgal, Head and Dean of the department, to please deliver a welcome note.
Well, good evening, everybody. Anuj, you have already welcomed everybody very well. But nonetheless, it gives me profound happiness to welcome all my colleagues in the new department and our alumni, as well as our young students or friends, whatever we like to call them. And it's one big family. It's also great without any religious connotations that it is an auspicious day of the first Navratra when we are having a reunion with our alumni. And so it makes it even more special. What Without taking much time, let me just introduce to you, because what there's a lot of fake news in the market. So we need to understand what the department is right now and where does MFC or DFS exist there. So we are now a new department called Department of Finance and Business Economics, which is hosted in a new faculty called Faculty of Applied Social Sciences and Humanities. And this department, or what you call FAS or whatever you want to call it, has going is now we have plans very soon to convert it into a school of business. I'm not sure if we can do it very quickly, but let's see. So it would be something like a Delhi School of Business, which some of you aspired. And this is going to be a three-tier structure. At the top of the structure are the doctoral programs. Second layer of the pyramid are our MBA programs, the MBA Finance, which is also what we call as erstwhile MFC, and MBA Business Economics. Our colleagues, we are working together, and that it was earlier called MBE. And we have 11 undergraduate programs now. You will be surprised. We had none reporting to us. Three of them are the flagship programs of University of Delhi, which is the Bachelor's of Management Studies, Bachelor's of Finance and Investment Analysis, BBE, blah, blah, and then 8 BWOC programs on banking, supply chain, media. So it makes us a big school. Approximately with our BWOC programs and everything, it should add up to something like 3,000 plus students, more than about 200 teachers or professors, and headquartered at South Campus, but regionally we could locate ourselves in about 20 institutions in Delhi University, and that's huge. And that is going to be the branding for the next few years. That is the School of Business or Finance, whatever way we like to name it, or business, finance, economics. We have to work out some name, and this school would actually be now competing with the world. So my competitors are, we are no longer competing with our counterpart programs in DU. We have to compete with the world. And this requires not only very world-class curriculum, strong international partnerships, strong incubation and innovation base, okay, and a lot of out-of-class learning, basically through networking and through life projects actually. And that's why we have started the process to relighten our syllabus. What you saw in your times, a lot of it will be shed out by next year. So if you focus on typical finance programs in the world, as you were mentioning, East Coast in US is focused on finance, West Coast on technology and analytics, led by Stanford. Middle of the road, like Kellogg's, they've combined the two through ideation, which is called product management. So we are basically drawing threads from all what top schools are doing. So our MBA finance program would teach finance and the related curricula only in the first 3 semesters. And the fourth semester, we are going to keep loose. You want to be in strategy, great. You want to be in machine learning and analytics, that's the second option. You want to be outside classrooms. Great. You can pick up an incubation project. You could pick up a research dissertation, or you can go back to the companies and do an internship again. So that's the way we are designing it. Of course, I'll be floating it across for all of you to discuss and give your ideas. And of course, I will be sharing all these information with you. And same is going to happen with the MBA Business Economics also. So without taking much time, because this is your event, alumni's event, we should start our process rolling after we have a motivational session with a very profound speaker with us. And post that, I would in 5 minutes lay down the vision about what key cornerstone activities we plan to do and where your guidance or your support as an alumni can really help us. Thank you. And Anuj, you can take it forward.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a warm welcome. Now, moving on to our first session for the night, we are going to have a power
Just
pad
Anuj,
motivational
Anuj,
session.
Anuj,
Yes, sir.
just
Yes,
one
sir.
minute. I would like, since Professor Munish is there with us,
Yes, sure, sir.
to say a few words because he has been the mentor of the department. And in fact, I will be elaborating later, but Professor Munish I would be personally requesting because we are planning to set up a entrepreneurship club, which I was sharing with some of our alumni. And so it will be a very serious entrepreneurship event process, which I have requested Professor Munish to kindly coordinate for us also over time. Sir, please, a few words from you.
Sanjay, in fact, it is great to see this meet. We were not expecting this thing to happen, but I think technology is going to help us in this environment. I shall be very happy to be associated with the incubation and the innovation cell of your department. It will be, in fact, a matter of great pleasure for me to be of any help, particularly in this mission of the department.
Sir,
My best wishes to you. You have a much bigger role to play now.
You will have to guide it and you will have to mentor it actually.
No, I will be very happy to actually help you in the process. I will take the lead wherever you suggest. And fortunately for me, because the old students' help would be required in this kind of a thing, which will be easier for me to actually obtain, because some of the old students, in fact, have been regularly in touch with me even after I have retired. And I find happy. In fact, I find it very encouraging to see large number of them have joined today. I could see many senior of them coming from, not only from Delhi, but from outside Delhi also. Could see people, Arpit, I could see Sanjeev from Bombay. So my best wishes to all of you, and my association with the entrepreneurship cell of your department. I think it is a privilege for me, which I will like to continue. And thank you very much for associating me with this activity. In fact, right now I have to, I have a commitment. I have an appointment with the doctor. I'll come back and join after half an hour.
Thank you very much, sir. And please rejoin once you're free. Yeah, Anuj, you can take it forward.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. So moving on to the session, Power Pack motivational session by Mr. Vijay Batra. So just sit tight and get ready to motivate yourself. Mr. Batra, stage is all yours.
I'll just
need to introduce, sir, for in a brief profile, you should say.
Sir, he wants to get introduced himself. Okay, he wants to introduce himself.
Great.
Anuj, can you see the screen clearly?
Yes, sir. Yes, we can.
At the outset, I'd like to fold my hands and thank Dr. Sahgal and the senior management of DFS to give me this wonderful platform, so very well arranged by Anuj Himanshu and his fellow students. I'm so delighted to actually be addressing the alumni and the current students, faculty, and the senior management team of DFS, because I myself am a product of the Delhi University. I actually graduated with a degree in BCom honors way back in the 1980s from Bhagat Singh College. At that time, our campus was in Govindpur. So basically, it's quite heartening for me to be interacting with my fellow alma maters. And just like Anu said, that I would briefly introduce myself, because very frankly, अगर ये जिम्मेवारी अनुज को दी जाती तो अनुज जी को मेरे बारे में कुछ ऐसी ऐसी चीजें बतानी पड़ती जो वाकई में सच नहीं है. Basically, my full name, friends, is Vijay Michihito Batra. मिचिहितो आप नाम सुनते ही समझ गए होंगे, ये जापानी नाम है और मैं 58 साल का हूं. I'm 58 years old right now. तो ये मिचिहितो का राज क्या है? Well, राज नहीं है. The thing is, my father and my mother, they met in America way back in 1959. मेरे दादाजी दादी जी ने मेरे पिताजी को हिंदुस्तान से अमेरिका भेजा था पढ़ने के लिए, और मेरे नाना जी नानी जी ने जापान से मेरी माता जी को अमेरिका पढ़ने के लिए भेजा था. तो पढ़ाई करते करते कहीं ना कहीं मिलाप हुआ, और मिलाप के बाद जैसे आप देख रहे हैं पहला जॉइंट वेंचर तैयार हुआ जी इंडिया और जापान का. Very often I say that in humor that Maruti Suzuki, Hero, Honda came much later, but I am the first one, right? वो कहते हैं ना जी मेरा जूता है जापानी. Very frankly, मेरा दिल और मेरा दिमाग हिंदुस्तानी है. जूते मैं बेशक जापानी पहन लूं. Now, I was 6 years old when I came to India. In fact, if you can see the screen very clearly, that's where you see my picture, right in the middle, saddled between my father and my mother. And the reason why I'm showing this is, especially for the students who are right now are about to graduate in the months to come from this prestigious institute called the DFS. और आपका जो है ना जीवन आने वाले समय में बहुत चुनौतीपूर्ण होने वाला है, right? And I want to create some kind of a foundation, mental foundation, so all of you, especially students, right? And I'm sure all the alumni would vouch for it, कि कॉलेज से निकलने के बाद हर रोज इम्तिहान होते हैं जी. I'm very, very, very tickled by the idea of watching that brief clip from that movie, The Wolf of Wall Street, क्योंकि मैंने जापानी कंपनी में 12 साल काम किया और हम भी दलाल ही होते थे. So basically, the way you showed that, I think it was very, very evident that a good finance professional are also very, very ethical. Now, moving forward, अगर आप देखें मेरे जो अनुभव हैं और जो मैंने औरों से सीखा अपने बुजुर्गों से, तो मुझे अब ये बड़ा क्लियर हो गया है कि जीवन में 3 फेज होते हैं जी. पहला है चाइल्डहुड, फ्रॉम द टाइम दैट यू आर बोर्न टिल द टाइम दैट यू आर डिपेंडेंट ऑन योर पेरेंट्स. तो नॉर्मली हम मिडिल क्लास वालों के लिए क्या है, 23, 24, 25 तक माता पिता बहुत जिम्मेवारियां लेते हैं, फीस की, बाकी चीजों की. So these two pictures actually depict, ends of my childhood when I was very, very young. And then you see the other picture in which I'm wearing a Scottish kilt. It was 1986 after having graduated from Bhagat Singh. My parents also sent me to America to do an MBA. And that's the picture that you see. और फिर यहाँ से ग्रेजुएट करने के बाद then I entered adulthood. तो ये 2 फोटोएं जो देख रहे हैं, ये वो 2 फोटोएं दोस्तों, जो कि I would say these are the beginning of the peak of adulthood. देखिए adulthood में क्या होता है कि शुरू के तो चंद साल they are relatively smooth, but when you get married and then when you have children and then in the times to come when your parents start to age, obviously the responsibilities become more and more intense. And then if you're also working for companies or you have your own businesses, वो भी जो है जिम्मेवारियां बढ़ती चली जाती हैं. तो बहुत जरूरी है कि आप और मैं अभी से इन चीजों की तैयारी करें. Now, Anuj, you are there with on the screen, right? एक मिनट अनम्यूट कीजिएगा.
Yes,
तो
sir.
आपसे थोड़ा वार्तालाप भी करेंगे. आप
Yes,
ये बताइए अनुज जी, जीवन की सारी जिम्मेवारियां, घर की, प्रोफेशन की, इन सब जिम्मेवारियों को निरंतर निभाना आसान है या मुश्किल है?
सर डिपेंड करता है जैसे हमारा नजरिया क्या है. अगर हम उसको अच्छे से चैलेंज ज्यादा मतलब कि सोचते रहें कि अरे ये हो गया तो मुश्किल हो सकता है, बट उसको हंसते खेलते निभाएं तो आसान है.
देखिए, लेट मी गिव यू अ क्लियर फाइन ट्यूनिंग. स्पष्ट जवाब दीजिए, बी स्पेसिफिक. बी, तो मेरा सवाल था जीवन की जिम्मेवारियां निभाना आसान है या मुश्किल है? सही जवाब क्या है? जरूरी है. क्या है? जरूरी है. देखिए, जीवन में आगे चल के हर कोई मल्टीपल आंसर में आपको चॉइस नहीं मिलेगा. सो कई दफा आसान लगता है और कई दफा मुश्किल होता है, और आपको जहन में ये रखना है कि ये जरूरी है, क्योंकि आसान कभी कभी लगता है तो आप लापरवाही करेंगे, अगर मुश्किल समझ बैठे तो कतरा जाएंगे. तो लाइफ बिकम्स वेरी वेरी चैलेंजिंग. I strongly feel for many of us from the time of early 30s to early 50s. राइट। ये दूसरी फोटो जो आप देख रहे हैं, जब मैं जापान की कंपनी जहां मैंने 12 साल काम किया, 3 years in Tokyo, 9 years in New York, I was basically into the financial markets, and that was a different phase altogether of my life. तो जब मैंने 37 साल की उम्र में 1999 में वो कंपनी छोड़ी, I came back to India and I started working under my father, late Dr. Pramod Kumar Batra. वो भी Delhi यूनिवर्सिटी के थे. He actually went to Shri Ram College, many years back. तो उसके बाद अब करंट जो मेरा फेज है जीवन का, वो है वंडरहुड. तो वंडरहुड में क्या होता है, जिन बच्चों को आपने जन्म दिया वो भी बड़े हो गए हैं, माता पिता स्वर्गवासी हो गए हैं, and now you are in a phase when you start to wonder, what more can I do, what more can I do. So if you see the picture, middle में लेफ्ट पे जो पिक्चर देख रहे हो, मेरी और मेरी मिसेस की पिक्चर है, right way back, about a few years back, when we had gone to celebrate the start of Wonderhood. And then on the other right side you see is a picture taken about a year back. We had gone to celebrate the graduation of my daughter, and both my daughter and my son, they've grown up now. अगर आप ये वाली फोटो तो देखें तो उसमें मेरी बेटी 4 साल की थी, बेटा 2 साल का, और इस वाली फोटो में मेरी बेटी 28 साल की हो गई है, बेटा 26 साल का हो गया. And they both are independent, they are working and they're about to get married. तो अनुज जी, आगे चल के मेरी जिम्मेवारियां बढ़ेंगी या घटेंगी?
सर घटेंगी अब तो.
अरे अनुज जी सर, इतना मेरे को बहकावा में मत डालो. कल को जब मेरी बिटिया शादी करेगी, मैं ससुर बनूंगा, then they'll have their own kids, I'll become a nana, and then my son will get married, I'll become a father-in-law. और आज की तारीख में आप जैसे यंगस्टर्स का इन-लॉ बनना जी चुनौतीपूर्ण है. And obviously health also becomes quite a critical issue. तो एक चीज हम सब याद रखें, life is going to become more and more challenging, and it's very important for you and I to constantly make sure that we are preparing for that times to come while we are fulfilling our current responsibilities. अच्छा, मेरे पिताजी स्वर्गवासी प्रमोद बत्रा जी, उनको क्या था, ये मुहावरे इकट्ठे करने का बड़ा शौक था, because he had a belief that these proverbs, मुहावरे, ये हमारे पूर्वजों के distilled wisdom है. तो शायद ये तो आपने सबने सुना ही होगा, नजरिया बदलो नजारे बदलेंगे. If you keep your attitude positive, you are able to deal with the challenges of life to the utmost. और मैंने इसके साथ एक सेकेंडरी मुहावरा बना दिया है, नजारे बदलो नजरिया बदलेगा. अगर आप और मैं पॉजिटिव चीजें देखेंगे, प्रोग्रेसिव चीजें देखेंगे, तो गेस व्हाट, यू फर्दर बिल्ड योर एटीट्यूड. और सनसनी खबरें देखी जाएंगे तो फिर क्या होगा कि आप और मैं डिस्चार्ज होंगे. Now for all the students and obviously the alumni also, I would really sincerely request you कि जब भी मौका मिले, आज या कल या परसों, go on YouTube and just punch in Ruth Porat, RUTH space Porat, PORAT. She's the current CFO of Google. She was earlier a CFO of Morgan Stanley. I consider Ruth Porat to be one of the best CFOs in the world right now. And basically most of you are in that space, I guess. And when you listen to an interview of Ruth Porat, it'll be amazing as to how you'll be able to see some direction. It was very heartening to see as to how, under the leadership of Dr. Sahgal, you are really moving into creating some very powerful, educational institutions here. And obviously you are, also having joint ventures in the times to come with places like Kellogg. तो आज की तारीख में ये नेट का एक बहुत बड़ा फायदा क्या है, जो मेरे टाइम पे इतना मुझे नजर नहीं आता था इंडिया में, कि वी वर फेयरली डिस्कनेक्टेड. नाउ यू आर कनेक्टेड. अब एक बात है, पिछले 6 महीनों से the kind of challenges that we all are facing, whether you are a student or you are an alumni, तो एक छोटी सी नसीहत है दोस्तों, चुनौतीपूर्ण समय में रायते की तरह फैलना नहीं और दही की तरह जमना नहीं, पानी की तरह बढ़ते रहो, सुख में तैरो और दुख में तैरो. अनुज जी, आपसे एक सवाल पूछेंगे. कुछ पाने के लिए
कुछ खोना पड़ता है,
कुछ करना पड़ता है. अनुज, क्या बात कर रहे हो, ये खोने की बातें छोड़ो. डर के आगे
जीत है,
डर के आगे दर्द है दोस्त. और दर्द को जब तक संभालना नहीं सीखोगे तो कैसे जीतोगे. तो माउंटेन ड्यू के ऐड को देख के बहक मत जाना. दाल रोटी खाओ और
प्रभु के गुण गाओ.
अरे गुरुदेव, दाल रोटी खाओ और अपनी जिम्मेवारी निभाओ. डट के तैयारी करो, क्योंकि चंद महीनों में आप किसी के सामने बैठे होंगे इंटरव्यू के लिए. So you got to make sure that you're investing every moment and you're resting to prepare for the onslaught of ठीक है, पीएचडी भी आप कर सकते हो, पर पीएचडी करने की नियत ये ना हो कि फिलहाल एम्प्लॉयमेंट को थोड़ा और साल टाल दे. I think it's very, very important for you to fine tune the mind, right? Fine tune the mind. अच्छा अनुज जी एक चीज बताइए, जो आपके alumni हैं वो अपने घर की जिम्मेवारियों को भी निभा रहे हैं ना नॉन स्टॉप, इज इट नॉट? यस और नो?
Of course, yes,
और
sir.
साथ में प्रोफेशनल इश्यूज भी बहुत आजकल कॉम्प्लेक्स हो गए हैं, राइट? एंड टुडे
Right.
फाइनेंस इज बिकमिंग अ वेरी क्रिटिकल पार्ट, बिकॉज पहले क्या था पुराने जमानों में फाइनेंस वाज मोर अगेन involved in somehow protecting the bottom line, क्योंकि for the most part license आज में top line तो एक तरह की fixed होती है. आज की तारीख में finance people are also responsible to how to give a boost to top line. तो चुनौतियां ही चुनौतियां हैं. इसलिए क्या कि सारी चुनौतियों का निरंतर सामना करना, इसके लिए आपको मुझे कॉन्स्टेंटली माइंड को चार्ज करना हो. Fine tuning one's thinking to be resilient and progressive. Now, let me ask you a question to Anuj. Have you read the book Hit Refresh, authored by Satya Nadella?
No, sir. No, I
Have
haven't.
you read the book Wise and Otherwise, written by Sudha Murthy?
No, sir.
पढ़ो ना यार. और ठीक है, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि अपने कोर्स वर्क को छोड़ के पढ़ना शुरू कर दो, तो पूरी किताब ना भी पढ़ो आप. यू आर वेरी टेक्निकली savvy. इसकी समरी पढ़ लो. So my suggestion is that since finance people are not only now being counters, they actually become a very critical part of strategy. So you got to really be able to understand when you listen to the interviews of Ruth Porat. अच्छा, by the way, Ruth Porat मेरी बहुत अच्छी दोस्त है. उनको नहीं पता कोई बात नहीं, मैंने बना रखा है. ये भी तो फायदा ना जी आजकल. You actually can make connections. You can start following people. The other person that I really would request you to start connecting would be David Rubenstein. Have you heard about the name David Rubenstein, Mr. Anuj Goyal?
No, sir.
अमेरिका में एक बहुत बहुत कामयाब प्राइवेट इक्विटी ग्रुप है called Carlyle. And Carlyle जो है it's one of the most successful private equity investors in America. और David Rubenstein जो है, he's so successful over the years in the profession of funding startups and companies. He also has a very strong network of relationships. And if you just punch in YouTube David Rubenstein, he's interviewed the most successful people in the world. Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Melinda Gates, Warren Buffett. So basically all these guys actually are successful. Why? Because they've handled the critical part of business, that is finance, very, very well. अच्छा, as you grow older, अच्छा अनुज जी, you are a surrogate. तो आपके माध्यम से मैं आपके जो fellow students हैं, आपके जो alumni हैं, मैं उनके साथ interact कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि we have a platform, we've got multiple people. I really appreciate Anuj, you being so cooperative. So as you grow older, do you want to become better or bitter?
Better.
Better. तो देखिए, अगर कोई चीज पानी है, कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ
करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ, हवन करने से कभी कभी इतना नतीजा नहीं मिलता जितना आप कुछ करो. अच्छा, करना क्या नहीं और क्या नहीं करना, ये भी जरूरी है. So from my experience and teaching from my father and all the wise people, right, we all want to become better, but one thing is very critical. If you want something, be very clear what you have to do and what you don't have to do. तो अगर आपने और मैंने बेटर बनना है दोस्तों, तो ये तीन चीजों को काबू करके रखना बहुत जरूरी है. खास तौर पे जो अगर करंट स्टूडेंट्स डीएफएस के देखें, अभी क्या है कि all your effort that you put in, right, for the most part you get the result for it in form of evaluations from your professors. हाँ ठीक है, ग्रुप वर्क वगैरह भी होता है, but as you graduate and move towards working for large companies, right, very often there's an element which is not as objective. आपका individual contribution हमेशा तुरंत शायद आपको वो इवैल्यूएशन ना भी मिले, वहां कभी कभी पॉलिटिक्स होने के चांसेस बहुत बढ़ जाते हैं. तो हाउ डू यू हैंडल दैट पार्ट बिकम्स आल्सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? तो जैसे बड़ी बड़ी संस्थाओं में जाके आप काम करते हैं, इन तीन चीजों को काबू करना बहुत जरूरी है. जेलसी, एरोगेंस एंड कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. जेलसी बोले तो हिंदी में ईर्ष्या, अहंकार और झगड़ा. तो वही स्वामी अनुभवानंदा जी ये बहुत अच्छा कहते हैं कि जो ईर्ष्या और अहंकार और झगड़े में बंधा हुआ है, तो ऐसे इंसान की क्या मानसिकता है? ना जीने की तमन्ना, ना मरने का इरादा. पर सही मानसिकता क्या है? जीने की तमन्ना, कुछ अच्छा करने का इरादा. You've got to have the desire to live. So how do you become better? You've got to contain the tendency that you and I have to become jealous, arrogant. And when you start becoming jealous and arrogant, there's bound to be conflict. तो ईर्ष्या को काबू करने के लिए क्या करेंगे? Learn. Arrogance को काबू करने के लिए क्या करेंगे? Teach. And when you are into learning and teaching, guess what? You start to serve. सीखो, सिखाओ और सेवा करो. अच्छा, एक और सवाल पूछेंगे अनुज जी. I know we have certain time issues, so I want to be on time. अगर आप अपने माता पिता की सेवा करते हैं, अगर अपने फेलो स्टूडेंट्स की जैसे आज आप सेवा कर रहे हैं, बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेवारी, पूरे मंच को आपने संभाल के रखा है, तो जब सेवा करते हैं तो क्या प्राप्त होता है?
Learning.
यस, लर्निंग तो प्राप्त होती है, साथ साथ में आनंद प्राप्त करते हैं. क्या प्राप्त करते हैं? जीवन में
Right.
खुश होने के दो तरीके हैं. एक तो पदार्थों से मजे लेते रहो, क्यों जी, और साथ साथ में जब अपनी जिम्मेवारी निभाओ ना, तो आपको आनंद लेना है. अगर आनंद नहीं लेंगे आप तो क्या फटीग हो जाता है. So the whole idea is that you've got to make sure that you start incorporating that also in your mind. Now, do you want to be lonely or lively in life, Anuj ji?
Lively, sir. Lively.
Undoubtedly. तो कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ करना पड़ता है. If you want to be lively, you've got to become dependable. People who are dependent become very lonely. And constantly, अगर आपको dependable बनना है, तो फिर आपको क्या है? You've got to become more and more responsible. So, you've taken this opportunity of hosting this lovely webinar that you're doing. कई लोग ये क्या पंगा लेना यार है. अगर हर चीज को अगर आप पंगा और मुसीबत के रूप में लोगे, कब बनोगे जिम्मेवार? इसलिए क्या है कि people who constantly stepping out, you, Himanshu, many others, who are among so many students have taken on upon yourself to do this, is a wonderful thing. Everybody can do many, many things. So please make sure you want to be lively, become dependable. You want to be dependable, take every opportunity to serve in a responsible manner. Okay, now this question goes out to all the alumni who are there. And I'm sure in the years to in the months to come, Anuj, you would also be working. Why should anybody work, Anuj? किसी को काम क्यों करना चाहिए? क्या ऑब्जेक्टिव होना चाहिए काम करने का?
The topmost is to earn and consume.
Well, I don't deny that, but you know, you are destined to be a CFO. You're going to be picked up on campus and you're going to have a decent package, right? कोई आप बेलदारी तो करोगे नहीं आगे चल के, दिहाड़ियों में तो आपने काम करना नहीं. तो आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या होना चाहिए? To become a better person. To become a better person as an entry level executive or a CFO, this purpose remains the same. अच्छा, it may be a very awkward question, पर आजकल कुछ भी हो सकता है. Anuj, are you married?
No, sir. No.
For the benefit of people like you who are yet not married, I'm going to throw a question, assuming that you are married. इंसान को शादी क्यों करनी चाहिए? Why should anyone get married?
I don't know.
अच्छा,
Maybe those who are married can answer.
Well, I don't want to take pangas with others, I guess, right?
Because we want to learn disaster management.
देखिए, क्योंकि आप सहगल साहब बहुत सीनियर है, मैं आपसे काउंटर पंगा नहीं लूंगा, नहीं तो ये पार्लियामेंट बन जाएगा. But to be on the serious side, the objective of marriage, ladies and gentlemen, is to create a better family, create a better family. Your parents have worked so hard to make sure that you, as youngsters, are better than the ancestors and them. मेरे दादाजी दादी जी पार्टीशन के टाइम पे जो पंजाब पाकिस्तान में रह गया, वहां से रेफ्यूजी बन के आए थे. मेरे नाना जी नानी जी ने जापान में 1945 में जब वर्ल्ड वॉर 2 खत्म होने की कगार पे था, इतनी बमबारी की गई जापान के ऊपर. They survived. They took a lot of pain, but the intent was कि भैया हम अपने बच्चों को बेहतर बनाएं. क्योंकि ये जरा फंडा इंडिया का बड़ा ही प्रोफाउंड है. राजा दशरथ जब गए थे राजा जनक के दरबार में ऑन द ओकेजन ऑफ गेटिंग हिज सन मैरिड टू सीता जी, तो उन्होंने राजा जनक के चरण स्पर्श करके क्या कहा कि आप दाता हैं, मैं याचक हूं. जो आप कन्या दान में दे रहे हैं वो हमारी बहू बनेंगी और आगे चल के हमारे पूर्वजों को पुनः जन्म देंगी. So there's a very profound learning in these things. So you've got to understand that everything should have a very clear objective in mind. And finally, Anuj, suppose you are sitting in an interview, right, 6 months from now, and the company is asking you, oh, why do you want to work in my company? कि आप हमारी कंपनी में क्यों काम करना चाहते हैं? क्या जवाब देंगे आप?
So that I can learn and my skill set can help your company.
Yes. So the second part आपने बताया ना, ये बहुत जरूरी है. Learning आप DFS में emphasize करो. But the second part is that I want to make this organization stronger with the learnings and experience I've had. So as long as you work in the company, whether you work for 5 years or 15 years, it doesn't make a difference. Now, if you watch IPL matches, maybe you have some time to watch them now. RCB के लिए क्रिस गेल खेला करता था चंद साल पहले, पर परसों जब खेला है तो उसने जो छक्के मार सकता था मारा है, क्योंकि his onus was to make sure that the Punjab 11 wins. So clarity is very important, especially for finance people. कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ करना पड़ता है. डर के आगे दर्द है, और दर्द को काबू करना सीखेंगे तो जीतेंगे. It's all about psychological issue. And it's very, very important for you and I to understand one thing. Performers learn how to manage pain and pleasure. Instead of having pain and pleasure, damage them. So यहीं पे है ना जी, कि चलिए ठीक है, यहाँ पे प्रोफेसर साहब के सामने जाके अगर आप थोड़ा रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे तो he may give you a retext. But when actually you're filing financial documents to the authorities, if you make a blunder, that can cost you and your company quite a bit. तो क्या है कि गलतियां करेंगे दर्द होगा, सही करेंगे तो प्लेजर होगा, पर हमने प्लेजर में बहकना नहीं है, और अगर गलती करेंगे तो जो पेन होगा उससे हमने भयभीत नहीं होना. ना, विपत्ति हमें कमजोर नहीं करता, ये सोचना कि विपत्ति स्थायी है हमें कमजोर करता है. One thing got to understand, finance as a function, all my years I've had experience, it's a very crucial function. When finance commits mistakes, the consequences are very painful. Very, कोई सेल्समैन है, अगर वो नहीं टारगेट पूरा करता, it's fine, वो कर लेगा पूरा. अगर फाइनेंस वाले ने कोई गलती कर दी, क्यों जी? I remember as a stock broker, जब मैं लेके जाता था इन्वेस्टर्स को, साहब बड़े बड़े CFOs कांपते थे, क्योंकि उनके सामने जब शेयर होल्डर्स बैठते थे, अगर कोई सवाल पूछा, आप कहानी नहीं सुना सकते उनको. I remember once, I'll not name the company, a big Japanese company. So we would go regularly for meetings, investment meetings. I was accompanying a very big pension fund from America. तो पूछा उसने कि भैया आने वाले साल के लिए आपकी क्या प्रेडिक्शन है? तो उन्होंने एक बड़ा कंजर्वेटिव प्रेडिक्शन दे दिया कि 10% हम प्रॉफिट ग्रोथ एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं. And guess what? Next year, when we went again, guess what? The things that they achieved were far more than what they had given as a projection. तो 10% का अगर उन्होंने प्रोजेक्शन दिया था, 18% प्रॉफिट उनका बढ़ा. तो वो जो था CFO, वही वाला था CFO जो पिछले साल का था. तो जब उसने जवाब दिया 80%, so he had a sense कि भैया मेरे पीठ पे थपथपी देंगे. पर the client became very upset. यार हम तुम्हारे पुराने शेयर होल्डर हैं, कब तक हमारे शेयर ले रखे हैं, आपने हमें इंटीमेट क्यों नहीं किया टाइम पे कि you are going to exceed your targets. आपने रिजल्ट अनाउंस किया है और ये शेयर बढ़ जाएंगे, तो फिर हम क्या करेंगे? So insider information laws apart, it's very, very important for you that you keep in touch with your investors. You can imagine challenges are a part of this function called finance. Achha, a very important part of your organization, be it DFS as a student, or when you start working in a large organization, is you. Would you agree or not? Anuj, batao. ये DFS college किसका है?
Students and faculties.
आपको मेरा है.
Yes sir.
ये देश किसका है?
मेरा है.
हाँ, हमारे के चक्करों में कभी कभी कहते चलो आज मेरा मूड नहीं करा, कोई ना कोई कर ही लेगा. Strong individuals make a strong team. Weak ones make a mob. So the way you're conducting yourself right now, you know the alumni is watching you. So obviously when you're doing your job to the best of possible abilities, they would be more attracted towards coming to the campus to recruit. अच्छा, ये सवाल का जवाब दीजिए. Who am I? Who am I? आप कौन हैं?
I think therefore I am.
नहीं, वो ठीक है, वो शेक्सपियर का डायलॉग आपने अच्छा शेयर किया. तो be very specific. Be very specific. I've got 5 more minutes according to the clock. Can you just tell me who are you, Anuj?
I'm a student, if I say right now.
You are a student right now, but also don't forget you are a son, you are a brother. And the times to come, some of the alumni here, they have to always keep that in mind, that if they're married, they're a husband, they've got kids, they're a parent, right? They've got brothers and sisters, they've got parents, in-laws, and then obviously the stakeholders of the company where they work. Customers हो गए, vendor हो गए, हाँ जी, colleagues हो गए. तो इन सब की सेवा करते रहना है. थकना अलाउड है, टूटना नहीं. कई लोग कहते मैं तो कर करके थक गया. तो बाबूजी आराम कर लो ना, घर जाके क्यों अर्नब गोस्वामी देखी जाती है? काम काम में दिमाग भी खराब होगा. तो सनसनी खबरों की कंजप्शन कम कीजिए. And coming towards the close, we'll start wrapping it up. You've heard this concept called Sobhagya Durbhagya, haven't you, Anuj?
Yeah, no sir, no.
क्यों
Kind
सौभाग्य
of not.
नहीं सुना आपने?
Sir, know the words, but I don't know if this is like a phrase or something you're referring to.
हाँ, तो सौभाग्य हमने कही बड़ा ये भाग्यवंती है। तो बहुत जरूरी है कि आपको समझना है कि सौभाग्य दुर्भाग्य इज नॉट गुड लक और बैड लक। सौभाग्य मीन्स सौभाग्य। तो आपके और मेरे जीवन में भाग्य बढ़ते हैं जैसे जैसे आप और मैं जीवन में आगे बढ़ते हैं। एज स्टूडेंट्स आपके भाग फिलहाल लिमिटेड हैं बिकॉज यू आर फेलो स्टूडेंट्स, फैकल्टी, स्टाफ ऑफ DFS एंड फैमिली मेंबर्स। बट व्हेन यू स्टार्ट वर्किंग इन अ लार्जर कंपनी, गेस व्हाट, द स्टेकहोल्डर्स प्रोफेशनली आल्सो इंक्रीज। तो सौभाग्य का मतलब क्या है? डट के इनकी सेवा करते रहना, और इनसे दूर भागेंगे तो वो दुर्भाग्य होगा। जापान में कोई किसी को बेस्ट ऑफ लक नहीं कहता। Do your best, do your best। और आखिरी सवाल पूछूंगा अनुज जी आपसे, दाल रोटी खाओ और
प्रभु के गुण मत गाओ, अपनी जिम्मेदारी निभाओ।
Yes, I think that's the crux of life। सर आपको फुल मार्क्स मिलेंगे क्योंकि ये वाला सवाल सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी था। That means you are learning, you are forming the right mindset। And आखिर में, can I just narrate a short story for 2 minutes? Have I gone over my time?
No, sir, no, you can.
Okay, the last story I would like to share. See, you got to understand, there's so much to learn. And nowadays, with the kind of connectivity that we have, it's phenomenal. And obviously, all the resources, if they are being channelized, balle balle। तो ये एक कहानी, बहुत पुरानी कहानी चली आ रही है, और मेरा आपसे निवेदन है कि start getting into the habit of reflecting on certain stories that you hear or you read on social media, because that has an impact on charging your mind। जैसे आप और मैं स्मार्टफोन को चार्ज करते रहते हैं, माइंड को भी चार्ज करना है, राइट? अच्छा अनुज जी, एक आपके लिए बोनस सवाल पूछता हूँ। मेहनत की परिभाषा बताओ सरल शब्दों में। मेहनत की परिभाषा, व्हाट इज हार्ड वर्क?
Keep on learning and doing your work।
ये तो लगन की परिभाषा बताई आपने, लगन की। तो चलिए मैं बताता हूं मेहनत की परिभाषा। जरूरी काम, रिपीट कीजिए अनुज जी मेरे साथ, जरूरी काम जो करने का दिल ना करे, उसे मन लगा के करना। यस, कभी कभी काम टालने का दिल करता, आज तो बारिश है, सुहाना मौसम है, प्रोजेक्ट कल कर लेंगे। क्यों भाई, कल क्यों कर लेंगे, अभी कर ले, और बाद में थोड़ा बहुत आज का काम पूरा करने के बाद ठीक है मौसम का भी आप मजा ले लो। तो ये आखिरी कहानी आज की क्या है, एक्चुअली पुट द होल थिंग इन पर्सपेक्टिव, दैट स्ट्रेस विल कम फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम, राइट? तो ये कहानी शायद आपने भी सुनी होगी कि जब एक गडरिया होता है, शेपर्ड होता है, जब एक गांव से दूसरे गांव अपनी भेड़ बकरियां लेके जाता है, तो यू मस्ट हैव सीन दिस ऑन द रोड्स ऑफ इंडिया। 350-400 भेड़ बकरियां पूरे सड़क को घेरे हुए हैं, और हमारा गडरिया जो है द शेपर्ड, वो आगे चलता है, एंड भेड़ बकरियां एक दूसरे के पीछे उस गडरिया का पीछा करते हैं। ऐसा ही एक दिन ऐसा किस्सा था। हुआ क्या कि एक नौजवान अनुज जी आपकी तरह गाड़ी में पी करते हुए ये पीछे लग गया। अब क्या है कि भेड़ बकरियों को तो समझ नहीं आ रही क्या करना है, और नाई आवाज जो है गडरिया की तरफ जा रही थी, बिकॉज़ सो मच ऑफ नॉइज दैट बकरीज आल्सो मेक। तो इस यंगस्टर ने क्या किया, गाड़ी पार्क की, हैंड ब्रेक खींची, और किसी तरह से भेड़ बकरियों को चीरता हुआ वो निकला, और जब पहुंचा फेस टू फेस विद द गडरिया, he actually was a bit angry and rude। तो उसने कहा, ओए गडरिये, भेड़ बकरी साइड में कर, मुझे जल्दी है। Now obviously this is not the way to approach people, but he did that। But गडरिया जो था, he obviously handled the situation in a very powerful manner। उसने कहा, देखो दोस्त, आपको जल्दी है, मैं इससे बिल्कुल इत्तेफाक रखता हूँ, मैं मानता हूँ, पर मेरा आपसे निवेदन है कि अगर मैं अकेला ये करने का प्रयास करूंगा तो टाइम ज्यादा लगेगा, और कर भी लिया तो जब आप गाड़ी निकाल रहे होंगे कोई ना कोई भेड़ बकरी आगे आ जाएगी, फिर आपको रुकना पड़ेगा, और अगर जल्दी में अगर आप फिर भी चलाओगे तो भेड़ बकरियों को नुकसान होगा, उससे ऐसा देखिए फायदा नहीं होना। तो मेरा आपसे निवेदन है कि आपने गाड़ी खड़ी कर दी है, विल टर्न अराउंड अ फ्यू शीप, राइट, जो भी मेरे साथ उनको पीछे मुड़ेंगे, और आप और मैं दोनों साइड से शीप को रीओरिएंट करेंगे और इनकी जो दिशा बदल देंगे, ताकि कि सारी जो ये भेड़ बकरियां हैं इनको हम गाइड करेंगे कि आपकी गाड़ी के पीछे चले, वो चल पड़ेंगी। हमें चंद को मैनेज करना होगा, एक तरफ से आप, एक तरफ से मैं, और विद इन 10 मिनट्स मेरा ये अनुभव बताता है कि ये 350-400 बकरियां आपकी गाड़ी के पीछे होंगी, फिर सर गाड़ी लेके आप निकल जाना, मैं हैंडल कर लूंगा। एंड गेस व्हाट, यंगस्टर सर, क्षमा करें महाराज, गलती की मैंने। So as a finance person, sometimes you can start having, this attitude कि भैया फाइनेंस वालों से पंगा लेते हो। ये फाइनेंस वालों से पंगा लेने वाली बात नहीं है। फाइनेंस वालों को भी तौर तरीके समझने होंगे as to how to assert. और finally, चंद और सवाल। I can see Mr. Manas on the line, right? I think अनुज जी आपने बहुत छक्के मारे, जरा अपना आप म्यूट कर लो। मानस जी कल आपसे मैं थोड़ा मिला था, अनम्यूट कीजिए अपनी माइक को।
Yes, sir.
थैंक यू वेरी मच अनुज। तो जरा फटाफट जवाब दीजिए सवालों का। कैन यू सी द स्क्रीन मानस?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, अपना भला कैसे करेंगे?
मिस्टर विजय बत्रा।
हाँ जी मानस जी, अपना भला कैसे करेंगे?
बत्रा जी, मैं प्रोफेसर मुनीश बोल रहा हूँ, एंड आई वाज फॉर्चुनेट टू हैव योर फादर।
अरे वाह वाह, नमस्कार नमस्कार सर। ओके,
नमस्कार। मैं आई वाज सेक्रेटरी ऑफ द शिरा कॉलेज ऑफ कॉमर्स एलुमनाई एसोसिएशन, एंड आई मेट Mr. Pramod Batra n number of times, and I'm very happy to meet you today. And see, I am senior to you, but of course I was very junior to your other. And it was time when T.S. Grewal ji, M.C. Shukla ji,
yes.
and all those friends like Ashok Mittal, if you remember any of them.
Ashok Mittal sir was in Hindu for many years. Yes.
Nice to hear your very highly motivating lecture. Thank you.
Compliment you sir. मेरे पिताजी आप ये सारे उच्च कोटि के कॉमर्स ग्रेजुएट थे, मैं थोड़ा भगत सिंह का पढ़ा हुआ हूँ, पर मेरे पिताजी ने एक चीज मेरे को सिखाई थी, पुत्र तू पढ़ाई में स्लो हो फास्ट हो,
I'm very happy to meet you, and we will some other time have more discussion. I don't want to interrupt the existing program.
Lovely.
Thank you so much for having started. I'm obliged.
Thank you sir. I'll be delighted. तो चलिए जी, मानस जी फटाफट जवाब दीजिए, फिर I'm going back off. अपना भला कैसे करेंगे मानस?
दूसरों का भला करें।
दूसरों का? अपने भाग्यों की निरंतर सेवा करनी है यार, अपने घर वालों की तो सेवा कर लो। आप कौन से एमएलए बनने जा रहे हो? बी प्रिसाइज। थकना लाउड है, टूटना नहीं। थकना लाउड है, बोरियत नहीं। मानस जी, थकान तो आप और मैं एहसास करेंगे जब डटेंगे अपने जिम्मेवारियों को पूरा करने के लिए। तो जब मैंने डेली जिम्मेवारियां पूरी की हैं, तो थकान को दूर करने के लिए क्या करेंगे मानस भाई?
तो थकान को दूर करने के लिए आराम करें।
बिल्कुल। देखो, इतना कंफ्यूज नहीं हो ना, कॉम्प्लेक्स मत करो, सिंपल रखो। और जब 7-8 घंटे सो लिया, उठ के थोड़ा व्यायाम भी कर लो। और आखिरी सवाल, लाइफ इज सिंपल, डोंट कॉम्प्लिकेट दैट, राइट? एंड बोरियत को दूर करने के लिए क्या करेंगे मानस भाई?
एंटरटेनमेंट।
हाँ जी,
एंटरटेनमेंट।
अरे गुरुदेव, इतना पंगा ना लो यार। विचारों और व्यवहार में निरंतर सुधार लेके आना। यू आर अ फाइनेंस प्रोफेशनल भाई। वही काम, वही बैलेंस शीट, वही एनालिसिस, बट बिकम बेटर एंड बेटर। विराट कोहली एंटरटेनमेंट कभी कभी करता होगा, यस और नो? और सारा ध्यान क्रिकेट प्रैक्टिस में जाता है, राइट? और वो कौन था फास्ट बॉलर? केरला का बुगी वुगी में चला गया था, राइट? So because of that, he was not intent. Even if you go to see cricket legend Sachin Tendulkar versus his friend Vinod Kambli, तो विनोद कांबली साहब जो है ना, गलत चीजों में पड़ गए, और सचिन तेंदुलकर kept on practicing. And Manas, last question: practice makes you
perfect.
better. इतना मत फेंको ना, कोई परफेक्ट नहीं हो सकता, राइट? तो यू गोट टू मेक श्योर कि जो आप प्रोफेशन करेंगे उसमें लॉट ऑफ रेपिटेशन, चाहे बिरजू महाराज थे या जो भी थे, बड़े बड़े जो थे, ये उसी को बार बार रियाज करके कर इंप्रूव करते थे, राइट? तो मेरा आपसे निवेदन है, चाहे वो प्रोफेशन एक फाइनेंस का हो, चाहे वो प्रोफेशन डॉक्टर का हो, देयर आर रेपिटेशन एंड रेपिटेशन, राइट? Why do we get bored? Because we are not becoming better. But if you're becoming better, you are more engaged. With that, I really thank the faculty of DFS, the students, and of course the alumni who are going to guide the students to do better and better. और आखिर में जाने से पहले एक छोटी सी चीज मैं चाहूंगा कि आप सब करें। मेरा ये मानना है, मैंने पिताजी से सीखा था कि शरीर में ऊर्जा की कोई कमी नहीं, बहुत एनर्जी है, और कभी कभी परमात्मा ने, अल्लाह ताला ने जो स्विच लगा रखा है ना यहाँ पे, उसको हम ऑफ कर देते। तो कहता ना, बात मत करो जी मेरा मूड ऑफ है। ओ भाई, 3 घंटे होंगे, कब तक ऑफ रखना है? तो समय समय पे स्विच ऑन करना बहुत बहुत जरूरी है। आइए, सबसे निवेदन है, अपना लेफ्ट हैंड आगे कीजिए। हिमांशु जी आप भी नजर आ रहे हैं, गॉड ब्लेस यू। लेफ्ट हैंड आगे कीजिए, माइक बेशक म्यूट रखिए, लेफ्ट हैंड आगे, राइट हैंड नीचे। एक साथ मारेंगे, एक साथ मारेंगे हैं, और बोलेंगे स्विच ऑन। एक साथ करेंगे, ओके गाइस, लेफ्ट हैंड, राइट हैंड, स्विच ऑन। वेरी गुड। और मेरा आपसे निवेदन है भाइयों, जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं अभी आने वाले, जब तक कि आप अपनी नौकरी पक्की ना कर लें, रोज घंटे में एक दफा ऑन करना है, घंटे में एक दफा। मानस भाई घबरा गए तुम? आपको क्या लग रहा है रात को उठ के भी करना है? ना, रात को उठ के नहीं करना, सुबह सोने से पहले कर लो, और सुबह उठते ही करना है। कई लोग सुबह उठ जाते हैं, राइट, स्विच ही नहीं ऑन करते, इसी तरह से बाथरूम पहुंच जाएंगे, टूथब्रश को देख के घबरा जाते हैं कि फिर करना पड़ेगा, राइट। पर यही दोस्तों, अगर उठते ही स्विच ऑन कर लिया, जाओ राणा प्रताप की तरह उठाओ ब्रश, ढक्कन खोल के ट्यूब को वहीं वॉश बेसिन पे छोड़ दो, मारो मुक्का जोर से, क्यों जी, वो पेज जाएगी टाइलों पे उड़ते हुए, ले लो वहां से। और बाकी अपने फेलो स्टूडेंट्स को कहो कि टूथपेस्ट चाहिए, टाइलों पे होगी, शाबाश तू भी ले लियो। Finally, my parting request to all of you is the class of 2021. Become good friends. Don't compete now, because once you graduate, you'll go into different industries, and that becomes your network. So, with that, I really thank the management and the students. God bless you. Thank you very much, Himanshu, for initiating this opportunity for me. I'm so delighted. And do your best. Do your best. Thank you very much. Back to you, Anojji. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. And that was a great session. And I think like most of us will be feeling motivated. So I hope all our alumni and faculty members also enjoyed this session. So now I will be moving on to the next session, next segment of our event. So I will be sharing some of the insights of the year-round events at DS along with my batchmates. So we have prepared a small presentation for you all. So this is the first time we have our alumni meet through our digital platforms, and I hope you all are enjoying this. So coming to the first thing first, few months back, university has merged both the departments, that is Department of Financial Studies and Department of Business Economics, into one single, that is DFBE, or Department of Finance and Business Economics. Although our student bodies are working separately right now. So as you all know, in the month of March, we had a lockdown in the whole country. So we are attending our college from our homes since then. So TFS was one of the first institutes to move its classes online. Not only the classes, we had our guest lectures as well as our extracurricular activities on digital platforms without any delay. We have started a corporate leadership series where we have invited many leaders from various fields. We have to have a lecture and interact with them. Some of the renowned names whom we have hosted includes Mr. Vikram Kotak, Amit Joshi, Jitu Berathi, Harish Krishnan, and Priyank Swarup. Other than the corporate leadership series, we have also started the Alumni Connect series, where we invite our own alumni who are at various positions to interact with them so that they can share their knowledge, experience with us, and some industry insights also. So, some of the sessions which we had in this year are by Mr. Sanjay Menon, Mr. Anirudh Naha, Mrs. Gopika Arora, Maudesh Nagar, Mr. Vivek Begani, and many more. Other than this, we also had one series called Back to Campus, where we invited 5 to 6 alumni from the same batch to in a casual setup to create a nostalgia. So we had a session with the 5 alumni of 2014 batch. I hope we will have many more such sessions in the coming time. Now coming to the placements, we had binded up our placement in February 2020 for the batch of the 2020. So the average package which was average package was 13.33 lakhs, and 22% of the batch was lucky enough to have the multiple offers. Also, we will be starting our placement season for this year from the next week, that is 20th October. So it will be a really pleasure for us to work under the guidance of our alumni. So it will be really honor if you. It will be really helpful for us if you have any leads you can share with us. Mr. Aditya Verma will take on from here to talk about the convention.
The annual convention. Being an alumni of DFS, you all must be very well aware about the flagship event of our department. Next slide, please. Our legacy. We have had the honor of hosting cabinet ministers, director, MD, and CEO of major financial institutions, and some secretaries of various departments of Government of India. We are going to take this legacy forward this November. As the pandemic has compelled everyone to adapt technology, we also go digital for this event. But yes, it gives us an advantage as well, as now we can invite eminent personalities to connect with us from their home itself. Next slide, please. This year, we will be having a 2-day convention event, and the theme will be Future of Fintech and Data Analytics. We'll be having a techathon on the very first day, which is an incubator event for budding entrepreneur minds. On the second day, we'll be having discussion on fintech, data analytics, insurance, and wealth management. Thus, we request the honor of your presence as a prominent speaker at 33rd annual convention on 20th November. From our end, we'll contact you from our convention email ID, convention@mfc.edu.
Thank you, Aditya, and good morning, everyone. Good evening, everyone. And as Aditya had said about the first day incubator event, this will be the first chapter of FinTech Techathon, where we will invite ideas from FinTech and business analytics field from all over the country. And with the help of World 5, who is also sponsoring for this first chapter of Techathon, winners of this competition will be provided seed funding and network access to make their idea happen and boost their ventures. And Mr. Swami from World 5 is also here with us. Also, as we go on with these kinds of events and activities to run smoothly, we are also starting the entrepreneurship club, in which you alumni who are now entrepreneurs and are running their startups can help us create a better network. This way we can progress with the knowledge and experience of yours about how to go in this space and what are the latest developments going on in this field. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditya and Shivam. So now I would request Dr. Sanjay Sehgal to please say a few words regarding our event and the vision of the department.
Thank you, Anuj. Let me do a small correction. First, the convention dates are 27th and 28th November, not 20th November. Okay, and we are very grateful to Mr. Swaminathan. We have been planning for a long time to do this techathon event, and I think it's a dream come true for the department. Just to take the vision forward in just 5 minutes, because then we should hand over the floor to our alumni. Now, as part of what our proposed School of Business, where we have the 2 master's or MBA programs and our undergrad programs, we need to build in the right structure. So, and we are going to build it in 3 ways. The first, of course, is Entrepreneurship Club, and that's where I would request all our alumni who are either already in the entrepreneurial space or those who have keen interest in innovation, ideation, and entrepreneurship to be part of our club. And we will soon be approaching you. And what does it do, the club? It allows you people to do a networking amongst yourself. That, of course, is obvious. But besides that, the department is setting up a very active ICA, Incubator cum Accelerator. And this ICA would now be helping new companies or new startups or ideas to crop up over there. We would be giving the mentorship support through our alumni like you. And of course, the idea is a win-win situation. We are trying to work out with VC circles so that students or young entrepreneurs who want to come and, or even our own alumni who want to come back and ideate in the department, we would create the entire incubation facility in the virtual space. Because what you need is mentors, you need resources in the form of databases or estimation softwares. Everything we'll put in the cloud so that you can have a password. You can use the password wherever you are. And this ICA is going to be connected through a network with other incubators across the globe. For instance, we are already signing an MOU with an incubator in France. There's another one we have signed in Australia through Start Innovation Labs. Is one of your alumni. Mridul actually floated that company and is helping us build that network. So, courtesy those networks, our alumni can also interact with your incubates or say entrepreneurs in the other parts of the world, so that you can share your ideas, resources, networks. And what happens is that these you can also act as mentors, and there could be equity offerings on the projects which take off to capital support. Plus, you can also support us with a webinar series which is on startup founders and startup CEOs regarding what are the problems and challenges which the students must get ready, because they think only about finance, but entrepreneurship is a more holistic function. It's more about ideas and innovations. Finance is one critical function, but entrepreneurship requires much vast skills. Outside this, also we are going to dedicate a new learning platform or a enterprise platform where we are going to launch a flurry of value-added programs, some of which could be of interest to our alumni if you want to come in for some value addition, either as a resource person or even if you want wish to attend it. And we would be basically exploring areas which are close to our domain, that is financial technology, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data analytics. So we are in the process of working out that entire architecture. And so again, we'll be getting back to you for your advice and support. There's one final request, like what the top schools in US do actually. Most of these schools tend to float what is called a fund. And by fund, I do not mean a charity fund, but an investment fund. A lot of our alumni have had a great journey in investment sphere, professionally or otherwise. Some are still working, but there will be professional issues for you to actually co-work or manage a portfolio when you're already managing for your companies. But some of those who have already moved on with a vast experience in setting up their own systems, they could help us in setting an investment committee. We could sell some of these units or so-called shares amongst students, alumni, and so small capsules of capital. And what could be done is this investment committee could manage with their expertise this fund and generate whatever you call profits, a small portion. So we keep it as a social venture fund. A small percent could be put for the department welfare, and the rest could be meant for dividend distribution after paying the management fees. And that's the way the institutes in Stanford and all work. And our students here would support you with research and working live on data, whatever support you need. But I need to see if we can get support on all these, because these are the growth engines which will take the department to the next league and would be predominantly game changing, because this is not what the top schools in India are even doing right now. So I've thrown open all thoughts where alumni could possibly help us and contribute. And we have a grand vision, and but obviously it can be fulfilled only with the support of you people. So I think I'm putting too much work or too much challenges on you. That's not the only way, because the idea is that we make a very strong network also, which you should be using amongst each other. One last thing about the incubation, I told you that we should be doing what we do best. So we would be focusing on fintech, business analytics, prop tech, these areas. And I'm tying up with 6 incubators across 6 parts of the world: US, Australia, Europe, UK. And we have all agreed as so-called heads of our institutions that we will all choose some areas. So like the French are going ahead with green energy. The Americans are going ahead with big data and healthcare. The Australian incubator is going ahead with agri-tech. So the basic idea is if any of our alumni tomorrow wants to ideate in any other area outside fintech, then through our network, we can put you to our French or American counterparts. You could get mentors from there. And if you want to physically go and work on the incubators, they are okay with recommendations coming from us, like we would be taking their recommendations for somebody who wants to be a fintech entrepreneur. So So give me little time. Within next 2 to 3 months, this entire system would be fully activated with its architecture. And I think we're setting up a new website which will be highly interactive. And through that, we would be approaching you and appropriately seeking your advice. So thank you once again. And I think we should now open the floor for our alumni to start giving some wisdom or other things, and we should shut up for some time. Thank you again.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So we'll move on to our next segment where we will get to know our alumni much better. So let's dive into the experiences and journey of our alumni. So first of all, I would like to invite Mr. Sanjeev Saraf from the batch of the 91. He is associated with the ICI Securities and joining us from the Mumbai. Mr. Sanjeev Saraf, can you please?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Can you hear me loud?
Yes, we can.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Monish, and thank you, Professor Sehgal. I think, and thank you, friends from the young generation of 2020-21 batch. I can't see all my friends and colleagues from 91 because there's 150 participants I can see in the list. But I wish them great times in difficult times. Be safe. I would say there are two messages, and I must compliment Professor Sehgal for one thing. The journey from MFC to DFS to DFBE to FAS and then finally DSB, amazing. And I must say that the Delhi School of Business is that what we discussed a few years back, and the fact that you're still dreaming it and you'll make it happen, we are all sure because we have seen the team of Professor Muniz and Professor Sehgal delivering whatever they have promised. That is something we definitely love to hear. And a few years back when we had done this Silver Jubilee celebrations, that was one event where we met and we thought that we will actually have a very vibrant alumni association. Unfortunately, that has not happened, and that's one wish list we had created at something, and Arpit is here, he knows Club MFC we had created. Yeah. And now you're talking of Club Entrepreneurship. So Professor Sehgal, in some way your club has been formed, and I'm very happy that whatever may be, the only request is that if still the alumni can be formed, should be formed, because after 32 years, if you don't have a strong alumni association, informal associations are not that impactful. And you've seen that impact that today we are more than 600 and only 150 people are there on today's virtual summit. Definitely speaks something. And I'm very sorry, but we are there. We have been talking about it. If there would have been 500 members today, maybe you would have thought that yes, we have succeeded. But there is something lacking, and I'm not able. Yeah,
Sanjeev.
Yes, sir. I can keep quiet. Yeah.
No. You should keep on. What I'm telling you is, I can't say a pledge, but let me give you a resolve that next alumni, we would have the School of Business and we will have the alumni. I know I got your message. So we track everything back to 2010, and by next year, we should have a professionally sorted out alumni in terms of a formally registered system. Rest assured.
Yes, sir. In fact, the paperwork that was done earlier, shared with Anuj, and Anuj can take help from other members of the team.
Just give me 6 months. I'll sort it out. Don't worry.
No, because as you mentioned, Stanford and everywhere, and whether it's from St. Xavier's College, Calcutta also, I am one of the strongest alumni, and everybody is from different college. A strong alumni not only contributes, financially, it also contributes to the credibility of the organization. And that is where I personally feel that we have been lacking. One, when we go to an organization, I'm not going to name organizations, when we say that, fine, you are going to take us a tier 2 or tier 1 institute, I think that's where the alumni helps you to ensure that we become tier 1. And that is one important challenge that every batch should actually look at it, that you are not the only batch. Problem is that because you change over to the next batch, you think that this is the life for us. You're not leaving a foundation for others to come. And unfortunately, that's the reason why the database that we have is not being updated. That is why the reason the memory of all the meetings that you had with all the placement committees of every year are not captured. You're not aware of what happened in 5 years in TCS when we went there. The guy in TCS would have changed. The guy in ICICI would have changed. What is the new person? Professor Sehgal and Professor Muniz have done so many meetings over so many corporates. The question is, what is to be done next year? What went wrong? What went right? I think all the learnings are not captured though we are in a world where we're talking of artificial intelligence in machine learning, I think all these could have helped in machine learning at least. We could have understood at least what we can do better. I think that is something. But anyway, today alumni, I'm not going to sermonize but that is important. If you ask me on my wish list, yes, a strong alumni association coupled with the entrepreneurship club will have a dual impact, and it will really, really work well. Sir, it's great to hear the social VC model, because today, and you are absolutely right, it's not a social actually fund. It will have a professional fund. People will earn money, students will earn money, the alumni will earn money, I think the fund managers will earn money. It's a win-win situation. And the Department of Finance, or whatever we call it, our institution, is something that IITians, when I know, because in IIT Bombay, for example, I've been trying to help a few companies in the startup. That's a great ecosystem. They have an ecosystem where from a startup to large company, even to private equity stage, the incubation is happening. I think that's something which IITs have done it, and I'm sure we can also do it better because we are financial experts so far. Now, coming back to my learnings, and that is what I promised Anuj. In 1991, when we graduated, we were lucky because it was an economic liberalization period. So maybe that time in investment banking job was, a great, you could call it something which is very different, something which is very, great to look at versus other jobs, versus a CFO job, versus a research job. But look at the way things have changed. So don't get enamored by a designation. Don't get enamored by a company. And that is something we are, as an alumni, I would say, I understand, we can empathize with you, that you have peer pressure. When the placement meetings are there, you feel, oh my God, he's got Citibank. I'm just giving names. Don't take any of that. And I'm getting an XYZ bank. So maybe I'm not so great. Let me, and with all these 32 years, if you look at our own record, there are people who were first divisionals, they have done well, maybe. There are second divisionals who are doing much better also, right? What is the magic? Magic is, what is the roots that MSc is, what I'll still call it MSc. The roots that we got at MSc, the roots that we got at DU campus have helped us to make a position in our respective organizations. And that is more important. Once you are aware of what are your strengths, I think that is more important. Don't get into peer pressure. You must understand whether you're good at research, whether you're good in finance, whether you're good in investments. There are many jobs, and I could see the breakup that you send. You're not only doing finance, there are many non-finance jobs that I could see that people are getting into it. So ultimately, and today the world is more challenging. You're getting artificial intelligence, you're getting machine learning, you're getting fintech. So look at that. But the most important, and that is what I am possibly talking about, is entrepreneurship. Don't ever undermine the entrepreneurship role. If you feel that you can become an entrepreneur in a new area of fintech, please take the plunge head on. It's a world that gives you an opportunity because you understand finance better than we always used to say. And remember, at our times, it was modeled on the school of Wharton of finance. Now we used to say MSc is Wharton of the school of Wharton. Ultimately, things changed. The world has changed of finance, and opportunities and challenges for us have changed. But all of us who have been working in various fields, we feel positioning of MSc, positioning of DFS is critical. Please do whatever you want. But please also ensure that in all the surveys that come in, I'm not seeing surveys where DFS comes in. We must look at how can we improve the ranking. And all HR agencies look at ranking also to ensure whether you're in tier 1 and tier 2. That is something you all must work. I'm again and again saying that. Alumni will help, but you must all work to ensure that you're in the top 50 at least, or top 100, whatever you want to put an objective. Please put an objective and work towards that. That is very, very important. So I think I will not take much of time because there are other alumni members that would have. Please work on this. And we are happy, Professor Sehgal, Professor Moniz, and I'm very happy that Professor Moniz, our EDP professor today, is in a world of digital. Sir, we learned the basics of ABC of computing with you. And today we are talking of artificial intelligence. I'm sure you must be happy about it, right, sir? Yeah, Professor?
Nice.
You have done a great. So Professor Moniz and Professor Sehgal, we are indebted to you. Whatever we have, it's not a big statement to make.
It's a matter of pleasure to have students like you.
Sir, it's a fact that MSc would have not been MSc.
It was a great honor for me when I recall back. I used to be golden of my life and students you.
It used to take 4 minutes for the cursor to come on the screen, remember?
What kind of computers were we had, I'm sure, absolutely. But I think, sir, again, I'm complimenting both of you, sir. MSc would have disappeared from the world of maybe Delhi University. You have not have done your job. Not many people understand that. And today we are talking of Delhi School of Business.
Yeah.
Amazing, sir. We really want to see the day when the Delhi School of Business comes. We say we are from Delhi School of Business. Thank you so much, and wish every single student of this batch, do not get into peer pressure. Look at your strengths. Get into the job that you like. And even if you don't get the best job in the first 2 to 3 years, don't worry. You learn the first few years, then you get into the next job, what you like about it. The world is challenging for sure. The world is very different today. It's not the same that you used to have it. And we used to have a library that you showed us. Today you have the internet, the whole world at your doorstep. So use it to the advantage. Use the collaboration that professor has gone to you, the French collaboration or the CFA collaboration. All these are very huge collaborations, great goodwill. But please, with folded hands, I would say, please ensure the credibility of our course goes on from strength to strength and does not degrade. That's one thing. That's all I wish. All the best to you. And sir, Gurudev Maharaj, Jai Ho. Thank you much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Mr. Pankaj Badpa from the batch of 1990.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to be connecting again with the students as well as the professors with whom I had interacted for not a very long time, I would say. Thank you so much for inviting me and asking me to share my thoughts. I really will take on from where Sanjeev left. I'm sure he gave a very good sharing of his experience and what the new batch or the new student should be doing for the alumni and for the institute itself. So for us of the 90 batch, it's been exactly 30 years now. And it's been a journey which has had its own upheavals, joys, sadness, temptations and all. But as any journey, the journey of this life also began with a single step. So in the 30 years that have gone past me now, I have had the chance to work with some of the finest organizations in the country. I started my career with Chambal Fertilizers, a KK Birla Group company. And from there on, I have worked with Petronet LNG, GAIL, CRISIL, and currently I am working with Think LNG Investments, which is an I squared capital floated company in the oil and gas space. So the last, I would say it's been my privilege to work with the oil and gas sector all along my career. And I have seen it end to end, got a chance to work with so many good brains in the organizations, in the country as such. So there have been so many lessons learned, which I thought I'll share with you, which is always important. So I always remember that it's a marathon which we are running, not a sprint. So from that perspective, there have been certain basic values, the values of honesty, integrity, hard work. They have always paid, although they are called age-old virtues, but they have stood the test of time. And I would say that this is something which we should always keep in mind. And another thing which from my own experience, I can share is that money has always followed. Sanjeev also mentioned about the learning part. Yes, you learn, you deliver, you excel in your work, and money always follows, and it has given you whatever you require. From an economic perspective, again, quoting when the economy started opening up, when we were passing out, but the initial years were very, very, I would say, challenging. I remember myself, I would go as a young officer to the Reserve Bank of India to ask for certain approvals, even for small payments. We used to get expats from other countries to work on the projects. And it was really a very cumbersome process. We were left with hardly 14 days equivalent of foreign exchange reserves for our imports. And from now, you see, we have grown leaps and bounds. The country has reached a stage where we are already a force to reckon with. I am a born optimist, and I believe we are on the verge of a breakout. It's a very opportune time for the students who are entering into the field. Of course, this COVID-19, we have had our problems and it has shattered the economies around the world. But it's only a matter of time that we are back on our feet. And we believe you should be generating new ideas and looking at something which is going to give a very bright future. I heard the professors earlier talking about incubation of new ideas, having entrepreneurship mindset. Yes, certainly that is very important. And you should take on the cudgels to offer employment to others rather than seeking. So that is something which always would help you to grow further in life. These were some of the thoughts. Happy to interact with you. I did interact with a few students last year and earlier this year. In fact, to share with you from a finance background, my role has evolved. I have moved into commercial and marketing functions in my organizations. In fact, last year I was actually looking at people who could come into this kind of a role, but I did understand the limitations which students had, that they wanted only to pursue the finance function. No issues on that. But the message I want to give is that as you grow along in the organization, you will not be restricted to a function. You will be moving into specializations. You will be moving into general management. So you should be open to new ideas, to experimentation of new things, and it always helps. So with these words, let me wish all of you a very best personal and professional lives. And I look forward to meeting all of you very soon. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request Mr. Arpit Agarwal from the batch of 91. He is the founder of KPL Software Private Limited. Sir, can you please?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, so a couple of things. One, I'll just take off where Sanjeev left. I think I got 4 phone calls as reminders to attend the alumni meet. I got about 7 WhatsApps and I got 4 emails. And I think that deserves a clap, please. So can we at least all clap for this fantastic team who's made the effort to reach out to everybody to come in. And hopefully, as Professor Sehgal said, some of us will take it more seriously and we'll move forward. My message is slightly different from what you heard from our motivational speaker. You know, when Sanjeev, me, Swami, we just heard a couple of other people, some of our seniors are also on the panel. When we were studying in MFC, we were aware that we were late starters. We didn't have a brand. But I think from one batch senior that I interacted and the one batch junior that interacted with us, along with the professors that you see here, the thought process was, because we are starting with so-called perception disadvantage, we will put that aside and we will work 5 times harder. I think that was the unifying feature for all of us. Okay? And I'm not going to say anything about us or what we've done, that is all in public domain. But the fact that, and I'm not saying this to praise Dr. Munish Kumar or Professor Sehgal, over the last 30 years, they had enough opportunity to leave and go to greener pastures anywhere in the world. Because we've been in touch and I've seen them traveling all across the world doing fantastic things. But if 2 people can stick along and convert, like Sanjeev said, an MFC to what it has become today, it gives you enough motivation on the power of the mind of the human being. So when you step into this world, you know, when you sit in an aircraft, what is the first announcement that comes? In case of a disaster, masks will fall down. And which mask you have to wear first?
We have to first wear ourselves and then help others.
Precisely. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you have to do anything in this world, whether for your family or for the organization that you work for, you have to first help yourself. Okay? You have to be in the situation and in the mental frame of mind, physical frame of mind, financial frame of mind, to feel confident to be able to help somebody. For me, MFC was not finance. A lot of people in this forum even today, and I see some of our seniors also, some of my batchmates, some of our immediate juniors, they have become CEOs. Because they did not put their mind and say, I am MFC, so I'm finance. Finance is an edge over anybody else because maths and statistics is a major component of success. Okay. And if you see globally, in terms of CEOs, it is important to excel in maths and statistics because you need to be able to understand it, to be able to interpret it. So what your course is giving you is an edge over anybody else. But you can't typecast yourself and say, I am a finance guy. You're a normal person who has an edge over others because you're exceptionally good at one domain, which is finance. That's point number one. Point number two, irrespective where you come from, okay? Sanjeev, me, Swami, all of us, we came from average lower middle class backgrounds. We used to get a couple of 100 rupees as pocket money and used to sit outside in the chai wala and figure out how much money to spend. And by the grace of God, where each one of us has come, I never imagined I would reach here. And that happens because you have to let your mind believe that if you can see 10 feet, you have to aim for 100. You have to learn to push yourself outside your zone of comfort and take the risk. I started my career in 91. By 2005, I decided to quit the corporate world from salary and I decided to become an entrepreneur. I had 2,500 people working or directly or indirectly reporting it to me. I left all that and I joined somebody on a startup with 4 people. Within 15 years as MD and CEO. And in 4 years, we sold that company to a private equity firm. But in 2012, I said, I'm going to quit all this. And what happened was one incident. My parents used to live in Delhi. I used to live in Mumbai. I asked my parents, can you leave Delhi and come and live with me? So they said, no, because you're so busy. So in 2012, I told them, I'll leave everything if you decide to come and stay with me. And it's been 8 years since I'm the master of my own. I run my own firm. It is funded through a private equity firm in the UK. It's still a startup, but it's at my own pace. Because, you know, earning money is easy. And I'll do that, I'll say that to you separately, whether you get a job or you don't get a job, the first thing you need to do is learn to invest. Most of the time, people do really well creating wealth for their employers. And that mask principle, that I'm so busy creating wealth for others that I forget to create wealth for myself. So aim high, create wealth for yourself. The world is your resource. You are not dependent on the world. You have to learn to harness the energy of the resources around you. You can't be subservient. And irrespective of what level of position you join, if you truly believe you are right and what you believe is right, learn to say it. Don't accept shit from anybody else. The first 5 years of your life, and Sanjeev touched this, I've hired about 5,000 people from tier 1 to tier 4 MBAs in my life of banking and financial services. 5,000 people. And anyone who used to come to me on day 0 to say, how much salary you want to pay me, we used to straight away say, we don't want this person. The first 5 years of your life is learn. Your first interview should be, what am I going to learn? If I work with you for 3 years, at the end of 3 years, where will I reach in terms of my knowledge and skill set? Because if for the first 5 years, if you get your foundation right, then your earn, the L goes away from the learn, and then it's only earn, earn, and earn. So 3 quick messages. Be selfish. Be selfish with the purpose of helping others. Create wealth for your companies, create wealth for yourself, create wealth for your family. But you have to be selfish. If you are unfit, you will kill everybody around you. Second, aim 10 times higher than you think you are capable of delivering. Talk to your alumni. There are at least 100 people I know, or 50 people I know personally, some of them are in this forum, who have excelled, literally excelled. And in the 90s, 89, 1991, I would never have imagined my colleagues, my peer group, to be in such fantastic positions across the world. But they've reached there. The world is digital. Just pick up the phone, arrange a talk, do a Google talk, do a Zoom talk. Talk to people. And third, focus at least 1 hour a week on learning how to invest in equities, not fixed income, not gold, not commodities, not any nonsense. Learn to invest in equities. And I guarantee you, by the time you are 45, you will be financially independent. And then you can work because you're motivated to work, not because you're working for a salary, money, or position. That doesn't matter. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So, conducting the alumni meet on the virtual basis, we have also pleasure to host some of our foreign alumni. So I think we have with us Mr. Rahul Chadda from the batch. Yes, sir.
Can we have few words from Swami, sir, because
Yes.
he's helping us, and also Mridul, and then we can move on to international.
Sure, sir. So, sir, can we have Mr. Mridul from the batch of 2001?
Okay, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, first of all, for organizing this alumni meet. I have recently interacted with the batch, so I will be brief. I couldn't echo the previous speaker's thoughts better than what he articulated. But I think, what I'll say is your relationship with the college never ends. So whether you become whatever you become, you basically come back to MFC or DFS to have the same chole and samosa and the tea on the footpath. And so the relationship with your professors also will not change. I have recently, I've interacted with Department of Financial Studies in various capacities. I've been a recruiter, I've been a student, I've been a visiting faculty, I've helped some of the batches organize their conventions. And, today I've co-authored a paper with Dr. Sehgal. There's practically nothing else left, I guess, in terms of interacting with the department. But these are, these are difficult times. We are all passing through a pandemic. And I think a couple of things that will always hold you in good stead is stay safe, don't think too much, and don't take it too seriously. You all are beginning your careers. All of us who are in different stages of our careers have, we've seen some bit of it and we haven't seen some bit of it, and we are all kind of struggling to get through this. So a couple of things that probably will come in handy is, number one, don't take the job and the entrepreneurship thing more seriously than your health. I think that is very, very important. The second thing is stay close and connected and develop a network effects with your batchmates, with your alumni, with your professors. I can't see who all are logged in, but I think everybody has. It will always be a pleasant memory coming back to college after a couple of years. Your professors and your batchmates don't care what card you carry or how successful or unsuccessful you've been. And for them, you're the same person. And always, what I said in one of the previous conversations with the batch is just be open and be curious to new ideas. I think that's how this thing evolves. Till about a couple of years ago, I created a startup which is called YStart. It today works with 18 colleges. We organize a lot of skilling things. I've receded in that role. I've now become one of the investors in that startup. And then when I look back in the last 3-4 years, I've become quite an interesting. It's become quite an interesting portfolio for me to invest in startups. Now, the reason I'm bringing that is I never thought when I was in college, or maybe 5 years ago, that I would be so deeply connected, with startups, for example, or with entrepreneurship. Today, I work with IFC or the World Bank, and I don't know how things will pan out either. So I leave you with this thought: be very open to ideas, and always stay connected with your college. And obviously, it's always a pleasure to speak to Professor Manish Kumar and Professor Sanjay Sehgal. I think you cannot express enough gratitude for how they've created this brick by brick, and today we have, I think, one of the largest faculties that Dr. Sehgal, he's probably not telling you, but he actually commands, I think, about 2,000 odd students in Delhi University. He's probably a very senior and respected professor. Professor Manish Kumar and Dr. Sehgal and I have had some very pleasant memories in the last, couple of, I think now it's a decade or whenever we've interacted. So I leave you with these thoughts, and good luck on the placement season and the convention coming in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mridul. We can have one very quick word from Swaminathan sir, and then we can move on to our international alumni quickly.
Right. Yes. Thank you, Professor Sehgal, for giving me the opportunity to be and share some wisdom. I hope some wisdom. And it's been my pleasure that you asked me, and we've as World 5 are starting a VC program with you, an accelerator so to say. It will be a pleasure to get involved as alumni. It's always been a dream to do something with the alma mater, and you giving us the opportunity. And over the last year or so, we've had very close interaction, both of us, with you as well as Professor Manish, on looking at various options and looking at starting specialized courses, etc. So it's been a pleasure, and this journey of having a startup program at the campus, and also doing a seed funding for possibly the first and second, the winner and the runner-up, would be something interesting. And let's explore this option. We hope to continue this experiment year on year with our funds, and let's hope that we get major success in it. What I would request the alumni members, some of them I would be requesting for some of you, like Giri, who's, for example, here and has very good experience of managing a fund, looking at entrepreneurship very closely, to get associated in some aspect of the process. So I will separately be approaching some of you. So I would, at the same time, I would wish the current batch of students all the best for your placement season. Definitely the alumni will play its role, and I would request that all of you also get involved somewhere or the other in the activity of the Alumni Association, even after you pass out to the campus. And I would say it would pay you in a lot of ways. It's not only in terms of several material things. It gives you a lot of pleasure in life to get associated with good people, especially people who've studied with you, people who have taught you. And over 30 years that I have been out of the campus, it's been a pleasure to always come back to MFC, be it to be part of the selection committee, be it guest lecturing, be it in various capacity whenever I've been asked. Thank you, and it will be a pleasure to be associated with the startup experiment that we are trying at MFC this time.
Thank you so much, sir. So I think now we can move on to some of our foreign alumni which have joined us. So I think Mandeep Singh has also here from the Singapore. Mandeep, if you are there, can you please? Okay, I think Mandeep is not there.
Hi guys.
Amit
Okay.
Mandeep is there.
Yeah. Hi.
He's there. Yeah, he's there. Yeah. Hi guys. So yeah, I would like to keep it rather brief. So of course, one advice would be to do enjoy your time, make friends, and if you can't make friends, at least don't make any enemies. Once you enter the enter the corporate world, you will see that your classmates were 10 times better. So get to know each other better. Another advice would be from my own perspective, if you want to pursue CFA, do it along with the program. Your concepts and all are fresh, so you can get it done away with. And given now that, okay, we are talking about artificial intelligence and other topics, so even if you are from a non-engineering background or even non-commerce background, take the initiative to pursue the analytical areas. Learning statistics, calculus, fixed income modeling, do take the time. And it's of course not just a 2 years, it's a continuous process. But do take the initiative, get it started. There are other areas like actuaries and also more analytical areas. So be open to these areas and pursue it, and don't just take it hard that you were not from this background earlier. So you can always learn and pick it up. And again, take some risks. I had joined Infosys to start with, and then moved to a real estate developer for 3 years, and then I moved on to work with a private equity fund for the last 9 years, and it turned out quite well for me. But I had taken that risk to move from a larger firm to a smaller firm. But there, the advice would be that once you evaluate a smaller firm, be very sure about the business model yourself. It should make sense to you. It might look attractive just from any startup, just by the nature of it looks attractive, but does the business model make sense for you? So that you take that risk, but take a cautious approach towards that risk. And just, I think, a general advice, which I think others have also alluded to: continue to pursue your other interests outside work. Do ensure some physical activity. Don't sacrifice it. It comes very easy to sacrifice it. Once you're into that initial growth phase of your career, you sacrifice a lot, and it's not worth it. So I think we keep hearing it, but still don't follow it. So try to follow it. Read more books, as I think another speaker also alluded to. Do keep investing, even if it is small sums, once, for your wealth as well as your knowledge of the financial markets. Even if it is small sum, just put it, because you will, once you put something, only then you will start really following it. And as a general principle, don't take the bets where you lose your sleep on. So take bets where your gut is with you, and you can you can pursue it over a long term. And just from a more managerial perspective, a lesson which I learned is, do support your juniors. After a few years, you do get people who report into you, and many times they are not up to the mark. So do give them time. Sometimes it means 6 months, sometimes it means 12 months, but do give them the time to grow and learn. It will always pay you back many more times. So I think that was, probably a brief list which I had. But I must also say that the initiatives in terms of the investment fund as well as entrepreneurship cell are very, very attractive. And as Sagar sir, I'll definitely reach out to you, and I would like to contribute to it as much as possible.
Thank you, Mandeep. I'll be in touch with you.
Thank you so much, sir. So before moving on to our next session, I think we can have one more alumni who can share experience with us. So we have Mr. Abhinav Chaudhary. He is research scholar at Cornell University. He had joining us from India only, but he's been working from USA and been here during the pandemic. So Mr. Chaudhary, you are there. Can you please? Okay. I think Mr. Chaudhary is not here.
We have Mr. Amit Said, also from Singapore. If sir can please share some.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Please don't call me sir. You can call me Amit. And thanks a lot. I think before I can move on to any wisdom or something that I can suggest, I would like to thank the students and Professor Sehgal and Dr. Manish Kumar. Uh, this is a very good forum for us to connect. And in the past, while I have not been in one of the three cities, Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore, once you had a meeting in Calcutta, which of course I had joined. So we could not be part, some people who are outside these three could not be part of the alumni meetings. But I think this is a good step. And going forward, wherever we are, we would love to be part of, and even when the pandemic kind of things settle down, this forum should continue. So that is a small request from our side. Uh,
Sure, we will continue this.
Thank you. Thank you. Maybe I will not go too much into details because I'm already in touch with Himanshu. I will be kind of having, a face-to-face session with, or rather, any session with the entire batch, so that we can connect, we can exchange thoughts. What I will want to say that whatever my senior, colleagues, alumni have told you, those are quite true. And at times when we come out of the campus, we realize the importance of the campus, the friends and colleagues that we have, and the huge benefit the network brings to us. So even in my day-to-day role, I do reach out to my friends. I do reach out to colleagues who are within the same organization, and there's a immediate bond which we kind of have, and uh, we do catch up with our coffee breaks and all, and we try to make the most of it. Well, that's a different thing, but it does help us. It's something which is of unique value and which cannot be replicated uh, any which ways after you come out of the campus. So whatever the time you spend on the campus, when you get out, that is what you carry. That is the network and the friendship and the bonding that you carry. Uh, so all my colleagues have, alumni have kind of given you something that I really identify with. And a few of the comments are, very good for me as well. I kind of learn from it. A few of my alumni have given quite good ideas that even I have taken down. I have taken down a few notes, so maybe I will keep that in mind. That's it from my side, and thank you so much for this wonderful initiative. Hope this continues, and uh, I will be in touch with with the current batch very soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Amit. Thank you.
Anuj, you can request Siddharth Pandey sir
Yes,
to take it
yes,
forward.
yes, sir. So we also have Siddharth Pandey from the batch of 2008, who is joining us from London. Siddharth, if you are there, can you please share some of your words?
I think Anuj, there is some technical.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you
sir.
can move on. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, sir, we also have, I think, Rahul Chadda of the batch of 1991 who have joined us from Hong Kong. So, Mr. Rahul, if you are there, can you also please share some words of wisdom with us?
Hi, am I audible for you guys?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you're audible. You're
Yeah,
audible.
thanks. Um, Again, good evening, Dr. Sahgal and Professor Manish. It's great to see you all after a long time, and I think it was a great event. Our apologies, we couldn't make to in-person events in the past, some travels and all these things, but this is a great way to connect. We've been following what's happening at the college, so obviously that's great. And again, the plans which you highlighted, particularly with the focus on big data analytics, fintech, etc. I think that's the way to go. This is something like I'll just say a quick minute about my role. I'm a CIO at Mirae Asset. This one of the largest Korean asset managers. We've got close to $250 billion in assets. So been in Hong Kong for the last 10 years. I manage their regional funds and invest around the region and this thing for them. But whatever we are talking about in terms of focus for our course, the new big data analytics, fintechs, hyper personalization. That's the name of the game. That's what the smart Chinese companies like the Ant or these Tencent groups been doing, and I think that's the repeated by the successful stories in India like the Bajaj Finance or parts of HDFC Bank also. So I think that's the right direction to go. And I think a couple of initiatives which were interested was, and probably I'll come back and do a course which is something Stanford, Wharton, or any of these do. Just offer an executive courses, refresher courses for the alumni. So I think that would be clearly positive. Incubator fund would be really nice. We all invest in our personal capacities in some private companies. You typically come to know of these companies through friend circles. But it would be nice if we have a formal area where these companies come and we can share it on the group. That guys, this is the individual, this is his whatever experience, and this is the business they want to set up. And if anybody's interested, people can chip in money or have it in a common fund, which invests. So I think that would be an initiative. Obviously, I would eagerly kind of look to associate myself with. So I think it's good to see how we've come, and just a message for each one of these students is, look, we used to look to the batch of 90s, so they were the heroes for us when we were in 99. And again, when I left MFC, my job was just as a young analyst at a Canadian mutual fund, Dundee Mutual Fund. And over the years, as Malcolm Gladwell calls it, the 10,000 hour effect, you've got to be passionate about what you're doing. Just eat, sleep, drink, whatever you're doing. And then the campus doesn't matter. Whether it's a tier 1, tier 2 campus, doesn't matter after 3-4 years. So that's for the first 3-4 years, where probably people from IIMs will get a better break sometimes than other campuses. But again, here in Hong Kong, I see when I compete with people, it's from the best campuses, whether it's IIMs from India or whether it's the Ivy League of US or UK. You compete with best. So I think after 5 years, you leave the campuses behind. They may remain, people may have their alumni network, but what you get valued for is obviously how you approach things, your own wisdom. Um, so don't worry too much on that. I think as long as you've got your values, your motivation in the right direction, success bound to come. I mean, when I set out, I never thought that, look, I'm going to be a CIO of an international firm sitting there. But just, it's all about keep doing your job. Yeah, keep doing your job. Enjoy the journey. That's what I've told myself over the years. Just keep enjoying the journey, and that's it. Thanks again, and all the best, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.